Well, hello. Are you ready to talk analytics? I've got my little notebook. Yeah, for any of you that want to hear about analytics and you want to hear about how to grow a YouTube channel, how to tell your story, then this video is for you. And if you're not interested in analytics or any tips about YouTube or anything about how you want to tell your story or different things that I may have tried, then it's okay. I'll make another video tonight and it's going to be not about analytics, but I keep this little notebook here, and what I do is I track my subscriber count, my watch time hours, and my views. And so in order to get monetized on YouTube, you need to have 1,000 subscribers, and then you need to have, the first marker is 3,000 watch time. Is it watch time hours? Yeah, 3,000 watch time hours for that first monetization, which is like getting super chats and you're able to start memberships and that sort of thing. And then the next milestone is 4,000 watch time hours. And so I was looking on my analytics today, and guess what? I hit that, but I didn't receive an email or anything, but it said my watch time hours are at 4,000. So I guess I'm fully monetized. I would think I would get an email. I looked for an email. I didn't see anything. But then I know that the count with YouTube, I think it's three days behind. So maybe I'm going to find out within, it'll be like official in the next 3 days. And so today I have 1,217 subscribers. Oh my gosh. Yay. And I see that there's part of my audience is ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, and then part of my audience is people that are on the Hope Crew, that are familiar with Dash, and then the people that are wanting to start their own YouTube channels or already have. And that's what I am here on my channel. That's what I'm promoting. I'm promoting that, you know, us as ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, that we tell our story. And if you want to tell it on YouTube, then follow along and we can do it together. I have another video that's called how I went from 0 to 1,000 subscribers in 1 month and 1 day. It just keeps on happening. Like every single week, like these numbers are really shocking me, because like I've said before, I had no expectations of how this was gonna go at all. It was really on a whim that I started this channel. Although I've watched YouTube for 15 years, I just thought, hey, you know what? Dodash said, you don't have to edit. You don't have to do all this craziness. Like, you can just post the video and put a little blurb. And I thought, oh, you don't have to edit? Could I do that? So that's how this whole thing started. So let's see. So this is week 6. So 1,217 subscribers from different places, and we're going to do different things on this channel. So that makes sense to me. And then, yeah, watch time hours at 4,000. Last week, it said it was at 2.7 thousand, but I'm not so sure about that. I don't know. Maybe it was. It was weird, because this time when I went to go look at my analytics in the studio, there's a little app called YouTube Studio. Yeah, it's different on my computer than it is on my phone. So on my phone, it's like every 28 days. I think you can change it. And then on my laptop, I just went down and I clicked, you know, lifetime. So the 2.7 from last week, it may be off, but I don't know. I think it must be 3,000. It had to have been 3,000 last week, because that's how I was able to get those super thanks, super stickers, super chats, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And so then, and which leads me to, okay, on one of my videos this week, super sweet, the Thrifty Saver She's in Slovenia, and she has a really cool channel too. She gives lots of tips and tricks on different things. One of them I should have watched. She didn't post I didn't know she had posted the video of like what to do before you go and buy your next cell phone. I'm like, where were you the day that I went out? I finally had to get this phone because my phone was like bogging down. It's like I would click on it and anyway. So her and I have gone back and forth watching each other's channels, but she had given me a super thanks. It was my first one, and so it was $9.99, 9.99 pounds, because she's in Slovenia. I just thought that was so cool. And yeah, that was my first super thanks ever, which really got me thinking about the way I spend money, the way I spend other people's money, about, you know, what are my goals in my life, and how do I see this going, and how do I want to take care of this. It's like I felt so responsible, like it had been given to me. So just so you know, like this, like more than just 10 pounds was given to me. It was like this responsibility was given to me, which I'm like, oh, how am I gonna handle this? I want to do this in the most respectful, loving way, you know, towards myself and my entire audience. So I don't know, I'm just sort of an overthinker sometimes, but what happens is with those super thanks that YouTube will take 30%. And so it was my first earning. This is so cute. $6.16. Oh, it's so cute. Which seems a little bit less. It looks like 40% or something. But yeah, so that was cool. That's my first time tracking any money. And then my views this week were 65,200. It went up like 20,000 views from last week. Yeah, wow, so crazy. But I wrote down a couple things because I didn't want to forget to tell you a few things. But yeah, why do we want to talk about analytics? I really think that when we track anything, that the numbers don't lie. For me, when I track my money, with saving my money, how I'm spending my money, different goals with my money, when I track those kind of things, it really helps me a lot. And it's the same kind of thing that you can use when you go over and you're like, oh, I need to lose a few pounds. You know, I just know for me, when I track what I'm eating, how much I'm drinking, what I'm weighing, you know, from day to day or week to week, it really can tell you a lot if you're kind of keeping track of things. So that's the only reason that I'm on here talking about analytics, because I don't see any other ex-Jehovah's Witness channels doing it. And I just thought it would be kind of, you know, kind of cool for somebody to see. If you want to go back and watch the whole story, like from beginning until now, I've made a whole playlist that you can, I think I called it analytics. Yeah. And I believe that we can bring down the watchtower, each one of our stories. That's why it's so important, wherever you want to tell it. But if you want to tell it on here on YouTube, I can give you some tips, you know. So then also, I've seen quite a few of you come over to my Facebook group, which is so cool. It's called I Just Want to Heal and Move On. So I've seen so many members come in there. It used to be that we would get maybe 4 new members a week, and lately it's been like a dozen every week. And I'm like, wow, that is so cool. I'm so happy to have you there. And yeah, I went live there today. I like being in there. I love that group. So thank you for everybody that's come over there. And I've heard a few people say, well, I don't know if I could start a YouTube channel because I'm really shy. And I'll just tell you, shyness is something that we can actually overcome. And the only way that we're able to overcome it is to continually put ourselves in a situation like this. For me, I'm not a shy person anymore, but I really was. All growing up, I was alone a lot. I was the girl with her nose in a book, and that was just sort of me. That was sort of me avoiding everything, though, because I was really scared of a lot of things as a Jehovah's Witness girl, a young girl. And so I was very shy. But what I had to do is tell myself, I don't know, this is going to sound kind of silly. You know how, did you guys hear this fake it till you make it? Well, I was put in a position when I think I was about 20, and I had to wait tables full time. And I figured out, like, if I don't start being less shy, I am gonna make no money. Like, this is not gonna work for me, being a waitress. And I had to push myself and pretend that I wasn't a shy person. And here on YouTube, or, you know, like, say for me, for instance, right now, really all I'm doing is talking to a camera in my car. I don't think about hundreds or thousands of people watching. No, all I think about is I'm talking to this camera right now, and when I'm talking to the camera, I have in my mind somebody that I'm thinking of. She's a friend of mine, you know, or sometimes I will be thinking of past versions of me or future version of me, but whoever it is that I have in mind that I'm talking to, I think of that person when I look at this little light over here, my little camera button, and I think of her, and I think I'm just here in the car, you know. But I think if I was considering 1,000 people that I'm talking to, I mean, that would be, you know, it would make me really shy. But I just know that, yeah, I am going to make mistakes because I don't edit my videos at all. So you're going to hear all of my boo-boos and my mistakes. Like, you're going to hear it all. And that's the way it's supposed to be. And if that's the thing that's holding you back from your channel and for delivering your message to somebody that really, really, really needs to hear it, I mean, just consider it. Just kind of think about it, you know? Yeah. I don't know. I hope that maybe that helps. Maybe that helps. And also, when you first starting your channel, just don't think about the thousands of people. Think maybe a couple of people when you first start will watch you, and then maybe a couple more the next week. And you can really build up those closer bonds or relationships, you know, with just the few that watch you. Because, yeah, I just thank each and every one of you for being here. I mean, thinking that there's hundreds and thousands of people watching what I have to say and they come back for more. It's like, wow, that's so cool. That's so cool. But yeah, I can't think about that right now. And it's gotten easier over time for me to look at myself, listen to my voice, and see my face, and watch myself mess up, you know, repeatedly. And that's what it takes to not be shy. You know, it's something that we really can overcome, but it's going to take practice. And that's why I force myself every day to do this. And it could be like your video diary, you know, showing up for yourself, journaling for yourself. This is like a video journal of my life and my thoughts and what's going on with me. So I was also thinking, you know, what if you had two choices, like either start a channel or don't start a channel. Let's say you have two choices. What's the best case scenario of each one? What's the best case scenario if you didn't start it? What's the best case scenario if you did start it? Which one would you choose? Right? So whichever one you would choose, if you're having a hard time deciding, that's the one that you should probably go with. Yeah, and not to say that it's going to be easy. It's not. But you're still going to have a lot of fun along the way. It won't be easy, not at first. It might be a little bit of a challenge, but as you keep going, you keep talking into the camera, keep showing up every day, if you want, you know, or every week, whatever it is for you to stay consistent, it's going to happen for you. Like, it's going to be good, and it might take time, but you're going to learn so much about yourself along the way. So yeah, today I'm part of a group coaching program, and I actually got coached today, and I had some insight on my own life that I'll be telling you about more Yeah, but part of it is that I am going to be meeting with my boss from my day job tonight, and I'm going to meet up with her and try to find some solutions. I'm using my voice and standing up for myself and what I need. So I just want to thank you so much to tell everybody. I'm like feeling winded because I'm like, oh my gosh. Thank you for everybody that reached out on my video yesterday and gave me so many amazing, wonderful, beautiful, creative ideas and different ways to think about this thing that I'm going through. I know that I'll come up with a resolution. I know the problem isn't going to be solved, you know. I'll tell you more about it in the next video because I'm going to go here and talk to my boss in just a few minutes, and then I'll let you know how it goes. I don't know, but we have to advocate for ourselves, and that's what I'm doing. Sticking up for myself, saying this is what I need. Sometimes you would think that people should just know what you need, and it's surprising how many people don't know what you need, but we have to tell them, hey, this is what I really could use right now. And I think when we speak up for ourselves, a lot can come from that. So yes, thank you for being here so much. Thank you for being here. Week 6, can you believe it? 1,200 subscribers. That's like 200 a week. Wow. I can't wait to see where this goes. Can you imagine in 1 year? Can you imagine? Wow, where will we be? Let's dream a little bit. So yes, thank you for being here and have a wonderful day. If you want to see how this whole thing started, just go to that playlist and watch it from my very first video, okay? Yeah. All right. Bye, everyone.